Hey everyone, today's video is going to be a full guide on hard colo and how to run it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is check your options and go in, make sure PG effect is turned all the way on. You can keep the other two off. The requirements for hard Colosseum start with damage and HP. For HP, the damage dealers want 4.5 mil on a full damage stat, tanks want 15 mil, seraphs at 8 mil. For damage, you kind of need a list of things. It varies. You need legendary or insane rarities with S and 10 cards, a PvE set, crystal plus 10, Trin weapon and shield, Trin fashion set with a PvE cloak, and buy some EAS awakes, which go for pretty cheap. Next is going to be Prems. You're going to want Legendary Life Potion as an absolute, along with Grilled Eel and the awesome yellow balloons. You're also going to want Love Chocolate and Upcut. These are an absolute must for Hard Colosseum. The other absolute musts are going to be Scroll of Element Change, Restats, Rage Scrolls, and Holy Scrolls, all of which are really easy to get. Next, we're going to be showing how to do an HP swap. So it's a little orange button down at the inventory. You can drag and drop those recycle symbols onto your hotkeys, and that is how you switch back and forth. You're going to copy your equipment, and then anything that's missing, you're going to drag and drop into that inventory. When you're done, you're going to click save. Name it under a name that will make sense to you. Also, a heads up, put Remas in your food. That way, if you need an HP swap and you lose HP, it'll heal you right up instantly. Next is changing your element on your weapon. You're just going to double click, drag your weapon, choose your element, press OK, and you're done. Next, we're going to be talking Rage. It's at the top of your screen where the character title is. It's going to be red and it needs to be at 100%. I have Auto Rage on. You don't have to have it on. I like it. So you double click a Rage scroll, it gives you 100% and it activates your Rage. You're going to want your Rage up the entire time you are in Hard Colosseum. Always have your Rage up. It is very, very, very important. Starting with stage 1. Now for the tank, this is your main stage. You can take it in 2 groups if you're feeling you don't want to play very risky. You want wind on your suit as a tank. This is where seraphs are going to be full intelligence and heal ring to keep everyone alive. And mages will AoE. Stay raged for this stage as tank. It's very important. Press X to walk in tiny circles around the mages and the seraph. The mages and the seraphs should be standing next to each other. Seraphs will go back to stamina after stage 1. For stage 2, it is relatively easy. Just remember to dodge imps and mechs as tanks. For DDs, remember to avoid them and stay behind the tank. Do not stand underneath the boss. Seraphs, you'll be focusing on blessing the top DPS and holy crossing the boss. Stage 3 is a make it or break it stage in Hard Colosseum. Make sure your element is fire. Make sure all your suits and shields are on earth. Now what's important about this stage is it always starts off with an AoE mech. You'll be able to hear it because it sounds kind of like a static electricity. You'll get hit and then you go back to damage dealing. I lengthened this video out a little, or this clip of this stage out a little bit, just so you can see that AoE in action twice, and I'll point it out. There's the AoE visual and audio, HP swap, attack. There it does damage, back to damage, and then tank will move to avoid second AoE. For stage 4, there's one AoE visual. It's underneath the boss. There it is right there. HP swap. Stage 5 is magic only, so just the mages will go. During this time, the ADOX will go and clear the remaining imps. So for this boss, tanks can't activate Holy Sword on it, so you're just going to take the boss and stand there. You want to do very little movement during this stage as a tank. For stage 6, you're going to either grab just the mobs and the boss separately or all at once. If you go all at once, ADOX will 1v1 the boss while the mages AoE. And then once the mobs are dead, the mages will move on to the boss. And in this round, Seraphs can go back to full intelligence or they can stay stamina, but either way they will Holy Rain. Never stand underneath this boss. For stage 7, I like to switch to water on suit, shield, and weapon right away because the next stage you absolutely need to have water on everything. So for stage 7, it is Thantos. He doesn't have any AoE skill, but he does have one skill called Meteor that can take out all of the close in range. That's another Meteor. This is a boss you absolutely do not want to stand behind as a damage dealer. Now stage 8 is another make it or break it stage. Water on everything this time. Rage up. You will get one shot by this boss. It's very easy. So even as a tank, you're going to want to put your suit on water. Even with 21 mil, I was getting one shot by this boss, so be careful. Now, this boss has a really, really hard to see AoE. I can't always see it. I have a hard time calling it. There it is right there. That would be an HP swap. And then there's Firebird. It does have a bit of delay. Stage 9 is an ADOC boss only. It has one AoE, and you can kind of see it there. It's bubbles. I will zoom in and you can see it a little bit. The last boss is relatively easy, but the key thing to know during this boss is that you need an HP swap no matter what element is on your suit and shield. The element on your suit and shield doesn't matter as much, because the AoEs for this boss are actually magic based. AoE is a magical bubble right above your character's head. It'll pop up. It doesn't hit everyone, but so that was my really fast guide on hard Colosseum. What to do, how to run it, the requirements. Good luck, guys.